In 2003, Joyce Vincent was a 38-year-old woman living alone in London. She had been estranged from her family and friends, keeping to herself in her small apartment, but before she disappeared, she sent out a strange message, reaching out to old acquaintances, seemingly desperate to reconnect. Then silence. Joyce vanished. Her calls went unanswered, and soon, people stopped wondering where she had gone. 2 years later, in 2006, her apartment was finally opened. Inside, they found her remains, still sitting on the couch. Her television was still on, her mail stacked by the door. She had been dead for 2 years and no one had noticed. Her death was ruled natural, but the fact that she had tried to reach out, only for her warning signs to be ignored, made her fate all the more tragic. How does someone die alone and remain unnoticed for years? One of the most disturbing disappearances ever caught on camera is that of Lars. In 2014, the 28-year-old German tourist was on vacation in Bulgaria when he suffered a minor head injury. But something changed after that. He became paranoid, convinced someone was after him. Lars called his mother in a panic, whispering that he was being followed and that he needed to get home immediately. But just hours later, airport security cameras captured his final moments. For no clear reason, Lars bolted out of the terminal, running into the wilderness. He was never seen again. To this day, his disappearance remains a terrifying mystery. Did Lars truly see something? Was he being followed? Or was it all in his mind? No one knows, and his chilling final words remain a haunting warning. On the morning of September 20th, 1988, Tara Calico left her home in Valencia County, New Mexico, for her usual bike ride along Highway 47. It was a route she took regularly, and her mother, Patty Dool, even warned her to be careful. Tara had previously mentioned feeling like someone was following her on past rides. That day, Tara told her mom she had a tennis date planned for later that afternoon. She never returned. All that was found later was her Sony Walkman and a piece of her bicycle, both discovered along the route she was known to take. Witnesses reported seeing a light-colored pickup truck, possibly a 1953 Ford, following a girl matching Tara's description, but no license plate or suspect was identified. Fast forward to June 15th, 1989, in Port St. Joe, Florida, 1,500 miles away from where Tara disappeared. A woman walked out of a convenience store parking lot and saw a Polaroid photo lying on the ground. What was captured on that small square shook the entire country. The photo shows a young woman and a boy, both bound and gagged with duct tape. They appear to be in the back of a van or RV, lying on a striped mattress. Both are staring directly at the camera. The girl resembles Tara. The boy was never definitively identified, but some believe he could be Michael Henley, another New Mexico child who had disappeared months earlier. The woman who found the photo said a white van had been parked in the spot just moments earlier, driven by a man with a mustache. Police were never able to track the man or the van. When Tara's mother saw the photo, she immediately believed the girl was her daughter, pointing to a scar on the leg, which matched Tara's, and the fact that the girl in the photo was reading a copy of a V.C. Andrews novel, Tara's favorite author. However, law enforcement agencies were divided. Scotland Yard concluded the girl was likely Tara. The FBI said the results were inconclusive. Los Alamos National Laboratory analyzed the photo and disagreed with the Scotland Yard conclusion. The boy in the photo was suspected to be Michael Henley, who vanished while camping in New Mexico in April 1988, but that lead was ruled out in 1990 when his remains were discovered in the Zuni Mountains, not far from where he disappeared. His death was ruled accidental. The photo remains one of the most disturbing pieces of physical evidence ever connected to a missing person case. Still, no conclusive link has ever been made. In 2008, Sheriff Rene Rivera of Valencia County stated publicly that he knew who killed Tara. 2 local teenage boys who accidentally hit her with their truck, panicked, and disposed of her body. But since no body was ever found and no charges were filed, the case remained unsolved. In 2013, New leads surfaced after a dying man allegedly confessed to helping dispose of Tara's body. He even had a letter naming the boys involved, but again, no arrests were made. As of today, Tara Calico's case remains open and active with the FBI. A reward of up to $20,000 is still offered for information. Cheryl Ann Comesso was an exotic dancer in Florida during the late 1980s. She worked alongside Sharon Marshall, who was later revealed to be Suzanne Savakis, a woman kidnapped as a child by Franklin Delano Floyd. Floyd posed as Marshall's father and was a known fugitive with a history of criminal activities. In 1989, Comesso vanished under suspicious circumstances. Her disappearance remained unsolved until 1995, when a landscaper discovered skeletal remains near Interstate 275 in Pinellas County, Florida. The remains were later identified as Comesso's, and an autopsy revealed she had died from severe beating and 2 gunshot wounds to the head. A significant breakthrough in the case occurred when a mechanic purchased a stolen truck at an auction. While inspecting the vehicle, he found an envelope containing 97 photographs hidden between the truck bed and the top of the gas tank. Among these were images depicting a woman bound and severely beaten. Investigators identified the woman in the photographs as Cheryl Ann Comesso. The images provided crucial evidence linking Franklin Delano Floyd to her murder. Further analysis connected the furniture and belongings seen in the photos to items from Floyd's trailer, which had been intentionally burned down shortly after Comesso's disappearance. Based on the photographic evidence and witness testimonies, Floyd was tried and convicted for the murder of Cheryl Ann Comesso. He was sentenced to death and remained on death row until his death from natural causes on January 23, 2023, at the age of 79. This case is extensively detailed in the Netflix documentary Girl in the Picture, which explores the complex and disturbing life of Franklin Delano Floyd and his victims. The documentary sheds light on the series of crimes committed by Floyd and the tragic fates of those involved.